Why exactly is nobody talking about Manchester City? Why exactly are they forgiven for poor performances that they have had this season? They have not just had a top performance, they have had a disgraceful performance. And if we like it or not, we really, really have to talk about it, or someone like me would need to talk about it. According to what you are saying on the screen, this is Pep Guardiola saying that we have 9 finals left. Pep Guardiola on Man City's quest for Champions League qualification. Man City, the treble winner, won the Champions League, of course, won the EPL, I think 3 or 4 times in a row. Now struggling to even qualify for European football, and everybody is not talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. So basically, when does it expire? When does winning a title expire? When does winning the Premier League expire? Because Arsenal won the Premier League a while ago, Manchester United won the Premier League a while ago, and now they are mediocre clubs, according to people that watch football. I mean, all of us that watch football. Arsenal is now a mediocre club because, of course, it hasn't won in a long time. Manchester United is a mediocre club because, of course, they have not won it in a long time. But Manchester City that has won it in recent time this season are actually the most mediocre club that we can talk about, but nobody's ready for that conversation. So when does it expire? How many years are we going to give Guardiola? Are we going to give him 3, 4, 5 years? And if you're a Manchester City fan, please remember to drop your comments in the comment section. I really, really want to hear from you, or football fans generally. I want us to have a conversation. I want to hear from you. When does winning a title expire? See, before you come for me, I know Pep Guardiola is practically the best coach in Europe. He has won title absolutely everywhere he has been to. You know, maybe he hasn't won Champions League everywhere that he has been to, but he has actually won major honors everywhere he has been to. That is no doubt. That is a fact. But losing more than the matches we have lost in two seasons combined, just in one season, with only Rodri out, and spending the highest amount of money in January transfer window, 200 million pounds. The only club to have spent, the highest number of money in Europe in January transfer window. Although it brought in some amazing players, we cannot deny. Khusanov, and even this guy, this Egyptian boy, I can't remember his name now. To be honest, they're amazing players, but the team itself is gone. See, I watched some videos on YouTube before I made this video, arguing that Pep Guardiola's, you know, recruitment from the last 2, 3 years has not been good enough. How can we say it has not been good enough? Pep Guardiola's recruitment from the last 2, 3 years has won him title, won him the UEFA Champions League, as well as won him the Premier League. Last season they won the Premier League on the last day. I think it was 1 point or 2 points ahead of Arsenal. I think it was 2 points ahead of Arsenal. So if a team is able to do that, and for example, we want to say, okay, maybe they can have a moment to relapse and rebuild or something like that. So is Man City supposed to now be in that situation where even if they want to rebuild, they have to be fighting for a Champions League spot after spending 200 million pounds? Let us imagine for a moment this is Arsenal spending 200 pounds in January and still not performing this much. You know what everybody will be saying? Or let's say this is Ruben Amorim, spends 200 million pounds in January, bringing the players he says he likes or he wants. Okay, a key player is injured, Bruno Fernandes, for example, and you bring in the players that you really, really want to bring in, but yet you are still not getting the result. What you people that are watching right now, what would you say? What exactly are your thoughts? So if you're actually going to have something to say about Manchester United or Arsenal for a bad performance after spending 200 million pounds, and on the back of winning a treble, or on the back of winning, maybe 2 cups in a season, because I think last season Manchester City won the Premiership. I can't remember what other cup they won. We are not going to be forgiving these clubs or even this coach, as a matter of fact. So when does winning title, when does it expire? Because that is the title of this video. When does it expire? When do we begin to have a conversation about should Pep Guardiola still be the manager of Manchester City, or is it time for him to move on? Has he reached his peak already? or he needs to spend so much money, around £1 billion again, to be able to rebuild the squad from ground up? I mean, let us talk about that. Yesterday in their match, for example, City match, they played 2-2 with Brighton at home. Brighton almost won that match yesterday, same way Manchester United could have won, to be honest. But they lost a lot of chances. Alan, a beautiful player. Marmoush, yes, I remember his name now. Marmoush, also very, very, very fantastic player. Played really well yesterday. Was everywhere. Doku also played well. But teams no longer fear Manchester City. The panic that used to be in Manchester City back then, when you'll be thinking, okay, Manchester City can do this, Manchester City can do that. I think these teams no longer really fear Manchester City anymore. They just think we can go all out with Man City and we are going to win Man City. Because stats don't lie. If you look at what is here, for example, you would see that yesterday they had the higher percentage of stats. According to what is here, they played a 2-2 draw. They had a 60% possession, 11 shot on target. Brighton has 15 shot on target, which is to tell you that Brighton really brought the game to them in their home. Total big chances created. Brighton created 6 big chances and they created 4 chances. Touches in the box, they are 36. Brighton are 27. Corners, they are one less than Brighton's 5. So this is Manchester City before, apart from the fact that they get the ball possession, they get every other thing on the pitch as well. They get the shot on target, they get everything. But look at it now. Teams come directly to Manchester City. The fear is no longer there. The fear that used to be there, that we don't have to press against Manchester City. If we play a high press against Manchester City, they counter, they do this, they do that. How do Manchester City fix all of this problem? De Bruyne, Kovacic, all of these guys. How do they really fix all of this problem? I want to hear from you guys. That is the purpose of this video. We are focusing on Manchester City today. We are focusing on Manchester City today. Manchester City fighting for a place in the Champions League. I mean, it shouldn't be this bad. That is just the point. There is no matter the excuse you should be making for Manchester City for the fact that they have won the treble, they have won the quadruple, whatever they might have won. They are not supposed to be worse in such a way that they should be fighting for the relegation. Or as the quality of the EPL drastically improved, that Man City is finding it hard to win. So guys, this is the video for today. This is what I want to do for today, right? So I'm going to be doing another video very, very soon when I have something very, very important to talk about. So pending that time, please do scan the QR code on the screen to join, our online community, so that of course we can, when we drop a video, when we have promotions, when we have whatever I want to share with you, you can always be a part of it. So guys, thank you so much. I'm going to see you in the next one.